Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online challenge. We're back once again with Eldrazi Ramp on the draw for game one. You might notice that my timer is really low. Yeah, so TLDR, I had to deal with an alcohol violation where I work, and yeah, here we are now. So I'm going to play Lab. Did I play on the click on Windswept Teeth? I might have. Is Moto lagging? Moto might be lagging. That's awesome. Oh, well, we played the Windswept Teeth by accident. That's unfortunate, especially because we're playing against Amulet Titan. So if I seem a bit frazzled, that is why. Because I just got done with that. And honestly, I thought I was going to get DQ'd. I thought after 5 minutes in inactivity that it would have kicked me out, but for some reason it didn't. Not that I'm complaining. So I'll take the W's where I can. There's Amulet, 2 Sagas, and a Beseiju. Jesus Christ. That's going to be a rough game one. Always is in this matchup, so I'm not exactly too surprised. And we'll pass. Yeah, I straight up thought I was just going to lose out on 300 player points, so I'll take the W of the fact that I did not get DQ'd. Even if he loses round one, then I'll still be happy that I'm in the challenge in the first place. He started on the draw against Amulet Titan. It is looking like it's going to be a loss game one between two, unless, I'm trying to think here, unless they don't have a threat in hand. There's a world where we might be okay, unless they have a bounce land in T-West. There's Lotus Field. Okay, well, we're less okay now. Yeah, this should be GG's, I think. I mean, if they have Titan, they should win. There's Pact. Okay, so they have Pact, they have Titan. At this point, we just let them go off. No reason for me to stop them. Alright, there's Mirror Pool. So now you can copy Mirror Pool. Was Mirror Pool the right choice, though? Also, did he grab Forest? There's T-West Bounce Land, okay. So, shouldn't they have grabbed... Oh, they have the First Lotus Field. I see, they have the First Lotus Field in Grave. And so now they can go T-West. And then Aftermath Analyst. Yeah, so there's T-West. Now they can go Analyst. And then Mirror Pool will be able to replay Titan to grab Shifting Woodland. Shifting Woodland will be able to... Yeah, okay. They should have the win at this point. We're just going to make them play it out. That way we can regain a bit of time on the clock. All the triggers. So at this point in time, with no interaction, all they really need to do is to copy the Titan for Shifting Woodland to then Aftermath Analyst. And then they should be able to mill through the entirety of their deck. Well, I guess they should also probably pick up T-West Pact for Dryad. That way eventually they get the Valakut. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably right. And sacrifice triggers, sack both, and then sack Sagas. No reason to not have the Sagas in there. So then Pact for Dryad. There's the Dryad. Okay, perfect. And at this point, Did opponent mess up? Oh, Mirror Pool, okay. Does Mirror Pool not have to be tapped? Hold on. Am I dumb? Oh, they already had... Am I crazy, or was Mirror Pool tapped? Maybe they tapped it and I just hadn't noticed it. Maybe that's what happened. They're shifting. So now shifting can grab the Aftermath Analyst. And then all future Mirror Pools... Oh, and they don't even need to do that, do they? I think they have enough lands in yard. Okay, never mind. They have enough lands in yard that one Aftermath Analyst will win. Yeah. And opponent got there. Alright, we're down to one, so they have to do one more loop. Oofda. So they'll go through one more loop. I mean, they can do it right now, right? They have no reason to wait. Oh, they just have a land. There we go. Cool. They got there. And let's go to sideboard. So that's not an unprecedented loss, to say the least. Bring in Jailer, and you normally bring in Consign. I want to say that's correct. On the play against Titan, bring in Consign, bring in Jailer, maybe bring in Might. I'm trying to think. We like normally bring out returns. Cut the gemstone here. Yeah, maybe we just bring in the Might as well, or do we hold the Might? Like, the Jailers are correct. That cuts off their Aftermath Analyst line. Especially as Titan on its own normally can't win at this point. I mean, but a turn one Might is really good. Ghost Court is good though, but Juka Bog's decent. We'll just run it like this. Looks like opponent must have disconnected. Not sure what happened there. They too may have had something come up, so I'm not going to fault them for that. At the end of the day, always good to remember that people do have things that come up in their lives. Yes, Butter. Things come up in people's lives. Is that right? Do things come up in your life? He's like, no, not really. I just sleep, I eat, I get pets and attention, and that's kind of it. Sometimes they get thrown across the room. Onto a bed. Should clarify on the bed part. He likes being a cat cannonball, or rather a shot put. I'll have to take a video of that at some point and post it in the Discord. Oh, that's right. I was meaning to make a pet channel in the Discord. I should still do that. I'll do it tonight. As long as I make sure there's enough thought to do so. Well, looks like opponent might not end up sideboarding if they don't reconnect. Alright. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the sideboard here. I do wonder if maybe Might would be good, because like a turn one Might is strong, but also is like good to have a naturalize effect that is fetchable or wishable. Alright, we'll be on the play. I will keep. I'll play Sprawl on blue and pass. And pass. Next turn we can district. There's Amulet. Draw. And district. Trigger cavern, top, cast, jailer, pass. So this cuts off the Aftermath Analyst loops at least. So now we just need to deal with the rest of their board. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Sowing Myco Spawn. And grab an Eldrazi Temple and pass. I do wonder if maybe grabbing a Breeding Pool Shock would have been right for the consign. It's an argument to be made, I would imagine. Like, they're gonna have to Besage You the Jailer before... I guess Otawara would work as well, but Otawara or Besage You the Jailer before they're able to actually go forward. That's not exactly a hard or tall ask, I suppose. One bounce land gets them the Titan. Here's the Mirror Pool. That only gets them to 5. Spelunking. So unless the Lotus Field, that's 5 again. And looks like opponent doesn't have anything else. Alright, well, we get another turn. Does opponent have Besage You? Should probably wait for my draw. Interesting. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna... Why hit that and not Jailer? That's what interests me. I'll go Forest. There's KGC. The problem is that they have both Spelunking and Vigor. Forest. So I think instead what I want to do is minus... I guess I could hit a Vigor. We alternatively could Might and grab Spelunking or Amulet. Alternatively, I can grab Torpor Orb, and that turns off Titan. I'm gonna grab Torpor Orb. And then pass. Attack with Myco Spawn. So now we've stopped the ETB triggers. We've also stopped their ability to loop. So no Lumra loop, no Analyst loop. Titan comes in with no ETB trigger. Another Spelunking, Jesus. Talisman. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus KGC. Yes. I mean, we can go for explosives to get rid of Amulet. Basically, that puts them onto 1 Amulet. Otherwise, we can Lickle Metal Coating. But Spelunking kind of gets around that. Alternatively, we can Stonebrain Titan, which might be the right move. Does opponent scoop it up? Yeah, that Emoto's lagging. Nope, Emoto's lagging. Well, that's unfortunate. Not sure if it's on my end or not. I guess I should look into Discord. So let's go with Prime Evil Titan. Keen-Eyed Curator. Interesting. There's the Scape Shift loop. Let's see, they have Keen-Eyed, we have Aftermath, we have Colossus. No Lumra though. There's a Collector Roof as well. Go to combat. Hold up the ability to respond on the off chance Emrakul is beneficial. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 5 off of Emrakul. So based on what we know in their hand, what can they do here? I guess they can still kill me if Dryad Valakut. So I need to be mindful of that fact. Scape Shift. And if they do Scape Shift, like I said, the only loop available to them is the Aftermath Analyst loop. And by taking out the Titan, it takes out their enabler. They can no longer search for, let's say, the Shifting Woodlands as easily as they could otherwise. There's a Scape Shift. That will resolve. So I could try and pick up a Seiju to get rid of Jailer. And if they do, we do have a way around that. So there's the T-West. So first one will resolve. Yep. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to counter the Simic Growth Chamber pickup. And that way they don't have access to a second T-West. Or a second Pact, rather. I'm going to consign the Simic Growth Chamber. And pass. That way they can't pick up a Seiju or the T-West. Now they have to sacrifice 2 lands. Because now it's their option here. Even with that pack, that doesn't really do much. Because they need that Boseiju. Two types in yard now. What we thinking, opponent? The Keen-Eyed Curator. What can that do again? Former card types, exile, gets +4/+4 and trample. 7/7 trample is not bad, honestly. So they tap the Boseiju, suggesting they're going to sack it. They have nowhere to pick up Boseiju or T-West right now. Boseiju and Lotus Field out. Now what? There's Spelunking. They draw into another balanced land, that would be a problem. No land. There's Keen-Eyed. Triad. And there's Analyst, so they draw into it. No ATB triggers there. I guess Knight does activate Keen-Eyed 3 times. Can sign out, land out. Yep, just empty my yard. Makes sense. And draw. Devourer of Destiny. Let's see here. Well, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Getting rid of Dryad would mean they won't have Valakut loop. So I think we do get rid of Dryad then. So no Valakut. I'll plus... Don't think plussing the Torpor Orb makes any sense, but also they would be able to kill it regardless. So we just plus on the Orb and pass. No reason to attack here. And pass. So you're out Dryad, you're out Titan. Now you pretty much only have just regular beats, which isn't a great option for you. We now have a time advantage again, somehow, which is kind of interesting. KGC should survive without a problem. No attacks, draw. Temple, 7 to 9. I'm gonna plus KGC on Talisman and pass. No reason to attack yet again. Get rid of Escape Shift. That's 3 types. They can bring up to 4. So now it's a 7/7. But thankfully we can block that pretty easily. There's Explore. Land. That's fine. Let me just double block if you attack here. Draw. Temple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Minus KGC. Yes. For engineered explosives, maybe not. I thought about it for a second there. I think we just go Liquid Metal. Play Liquid Metal. No attacks. Local metal, target you, and pass. Right now we're just trying to push towards Emrakul. Draw. Mycospawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And kick. I'll exile the Boseiju. I'll grab a temple. Liquid metal coating, target Otawara. Just trying to get rid of the options of removing my lock pieces. We'll pass. Once again, no reason to attack. But next turn, we should be able to close out the game. Because we'll Liquid Metal Coating the Simic Growth Chamber. And then I will cast Emrakul. With Emrakul, I'll then be able to just cast their Summoner's Pact. And they only have one other card in hand other than Pact. What's the game plan? Seven. Okay. Colossus. That'd be my only thought. Scape Shift. Interesting. Okay, so you have the Boseiju now. So you can get rid of the Soulless Jailer. But you don't have Dryad anymore. I guess you can make infinite copies. So you can Boseiju. You still have 6 mana then. Yes. Tapped. So what's the game plan then? You can get rid of the Torpor Orb. But you also don't have access to Shifting Woodland yet. So that's kind of a moot point. I guess you can pick up T-West and go for Colossus. Yeah, the biggest thing is we took out their enabler. So what's the game plan now? Yes, they have to go for Colossus with the Pact. And with Colossus, they just need to hope. They also need to get rid of this Torpor Orb. Yes. And it's probably the best draw they could have gotten. Damn. Let's see if they can find a way to make it work. There's the Colossus, as expected. I think they have, what, 1 card in hand? 1 land in hand, at least? In the way of a Suva? Becomes Mirror Pool. I guess they can then make another copy of Colossus. So I guess their goal is to try and haste in multiple Colossi. Yes. If we get a turn, we win now, because they packed. So it comes down to this. Mirror Pool. But yeah, the problem is that you don't have any more land. So you can make as many copies of Colossus as you want. It doesn't matter. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we're good. They pass. And since you cast Pact, we're golden. Okay, we got there. That was actually close. They almost had me. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Who needs cards in graveyard when you can just hardcast Emrakul instead? And then we'll pass. Because all I have to do now is go our turn Comrade, Pack trigger on stack. No. I choose not to. Alright, on to game 3. And we'll bring back in the Gemstone Cavern, and I will cut, I think we cut Emrakul into play. Is that right? Or rather, on the draw. Oh. Hold on. I think I'd be missing something. Yeah, I have to cut an Emrakul. That's the only answer to that. Okay. We got Emrakul and run it back. On the draw for game 2 or game 3, Jesus. Jumbled. We could keep. We'd be trying to ramp. Yeah, we need a soul land basically. So I'll keep, reveal, and pass. Opponent does need to kill me in a decent amount of time. Trigger 1, trigger 2, trigger 1. There's a Soulish Jailer. Tempted to take that. I'll take that for now. Trigger 2. I guess we keep the Jailer. Yeah, not my preferred, but we'll do it. And Sprawl for blue and pass. The other option would have been a Rumble, but I'm not sure we would have survived the turn, theoretically. Yeah, because if they just have a Lotus in hand, they could win. There's a Lab, though. I'm gonna go Tuck Devourer, cast Mycospawn. Grab Lab, trigger Lab, Tuck Devourer, play Jailer, pass. So again, this locks them out of the full loop until they deal with Jailer. Next turn we can K command X equals 4. Best case scenario, we draw a land for a World Breaker. Another Amulet, so they do have Titan available. What we'd love to see, what we would love to draw right now would be a Karn, if we do get another turn. Because Karn into EE could clear the amulets and set them back significantly. I guess we need a land, though. Right. I guess at this point, since they don't have a Spelunking, I suppose we could go for Liquid Metal. So yeah, Karn still would be good. Scape Shift. Again, they're going to have to go through part of a loop to get Jailer off board. So they need a Boseiju. Well, there's the Boseiju. Which must mean that they have a Pact in hand. Yeah, that's the only explanation there. I mean, I'm just gonna hold 6 and let them play it out. Let's see if they can play it fast enough and efficiently enough. Because they pick up a Boseiju, they sacrifice Lotus Field to make Growth Chamber. They're at 5 minutes currently. They're now forced to Boseiju Jailer before they go for the Aftermath Analyst line. There's the T-West for the Pact. And now they packed for Aftermath. There's Besiege You, yes. For Commercial District. Trigger. Emrakul, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll keep that on top because there's a world if we do get a turn where we can then K-command into a soul land to play Emrakul. So at this point, they need to kill me in 4 minutes. There's another T-West, so they can pick up T-West and from there then grab Titan to enable the loop. Because now they're looking for Dryad, or they're looking for Titan for shifting Woodland, then to Dryad. But then they need to find Valakut, which they could find off of a Titan. But that loop takes a while. So they trigger the Saga initially, that way they can tap for mana, Vestige will get mana, and they go through this. Let's tap as they untap, makes sense. They might want to keep the Hainweir untapped though. Yeah, the number of triggers might be what gets them. I mean, we're tapped out at this point. I guess there could be an argument that we should have just held for the K command, right? That way we could have K commanded and exiled the Aftermath Analyst. Potentially. There's the T-West. Now T-West has to find Titan. Or rather, T-West needs to find Pack to find Titan. There's the Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan now needs to find Shifting Woodland. And I guess Valakut. No, they need Shifting Woodland and Mirrorpool. Yeah. Because they're going to have to Mirrorpool the Titan in order to grab... No. Do they need to do that? Why do they need to do that? They have the T-West in Yard. So is that necessary? Okay, so Hainweir to haste, Mirrorpool to copy. I guess you can make another copy of Titan. That's only 18 damage though. Shifting Woodlands for Aftermath. Hainweir to haste the other Titan. You're making infinite Titans. I see. So this way, you can ideally attack in with 4. You need 4 Titans total. Yes, I understand. Opponent is gonna cut it close. They might get there though. Because now Mirrorpool another Titan. So now they're at 3 Titans. The thing is, Hainweir, they have currently 2 for haste, but they're going to need a 3rd. So they still need to go through one more loop with the Aftermath Analyst, and they need to sacrifice one of the Hainweir battlements to make this work. So I'm not sure they'll have enough time. I guess they have the Otawara, but even then, that's still 18. They need 4 Titans regardless. Unless have they not played a land this turn? Okay, so the Otawara, that's fine, but I'm still not dead on board. I need to still sacrifice and then Shifting Woodland again. So I'm going to go for this. We're going for a soul land. 2. So 5. So let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should I hold a green source? Doesn't matter. They have, what, 18 damage. I can block 3 down to 15. That's currently 5. No, this should be fine. There's Rumble, there's Temple, so we don't need Rumble. So we'll go top, top, top. Oh, hold on. Did I mess up? 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Oh, I think I messed up. Why did I think I had more available? Oh, because I think I counted 2 more than I had. Oh no. Okay, well in that case, because 2, 4, 9, 11. Yeah, that's what I did. I made a slight mistake. Top and top and draw and kicker. I mean, we have 5 here. If I kick, does that make sense? Probably not. So in this case, we can just Ghost Quarter them. Specifically Ghost Quarter their Shifting Woodland. Not to mention they have 2 pack triggers. I'll get rid of their Shifting. And that should be time. A win is a win, regardless of how it comes by. Yeah, I think that they should have continued with the loop, though I think they may have done so inefficiently last game. So this was a close one. They had me dead to rights if they had looped correctly, but they did not, so I'll take it. With that said, we'll be back for round 2. All right, and we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. I will keep. I will pass. We have a decent amount of choices available to us depending on what our opponent plays. Excuse me, planes, not Johnny, Castles. Okay, so this is a good hand. So let me go Lab, Imprint, Talisman, pass, pass. We'll go Temple, Talisman, and then probably Return. Because if they play a Johnny onto Shock, 17. Ooh, it's probably gonna go Ocelot Pride. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate because that means that they can now float the Guide of Souls. Ooh, that's annoying is what that is. So that now pushes it out of return range. Draw. Drifter. Talisman. And pass. So let's see if they play anything on main phase. If they do, then we can return it. If not, then that's fine. Or will I just take the 5? I guess we're going to return regardless. 2, 4. I guess we need to draw a land, though. There's a Johnny. And I think we should do this prior to a Johnny's, whatchamacallit, token. The reason being is A, they get less energy, and B, they can't then attempt to flip the Johnny. So now they can flip the Guided Souls again, deal me 5. That's exactly what they're going to do. The good news is we can Kozilek's command it next turn. Draw. Devourer. Yes. So I, at this point, can do one of two things. We can sweep the board of Null Drifter, which I think I will do, actually. No, we can't. Hold on. You don't die to Null Drifter. I'm going to pass. I think we just command the Guided Souls. Little fetch with the Windswept Teeth for an Elegant Parlor. Let's see what they put into grave. Of course, if it's a Flage, we'll have to deal with that. No Flage, thankfully. Marsh Flats. And combat. Trigger. K command. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will block. Rather not lose too much more life right now. We can sweep board of Null Drifter. We can also exile something with the Devourer. We can always K command again. So we're in a good spot, all things considered. There's a Fable. Yep. So I think we just sweep board, including this Fables. That way they can't draw and dig deeper. That seems good to me. Bajuka Bog, we can do that after. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. In that case, hold on. I'm gonna do it like this. And just hold up the K command. Exile the Fable. And clear. And then bog you. So no flages. No flages. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fetch, Elegant Parlor. And keeps it on top. I'll hold up the ability to respond on the off chance it's relevant for me to cycle this command. A Johnny. I mean, if they try and Galvanic Discharge their own a Johnny, it could genuinely be relevant. Land. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. The alternative is I just get rid of a Johnny. Right? We'll just pass. Goes currently at 7 with 5. Okay. Talisman. Talisman of Curiosity. And we're going to ramp and exile. Is that necessary to do right now? I guess not-ish. Yeah, we'll just hold then. Because then they can fetch, they can Elegant Parlor for the third time. No Elegant Parlor, okay. So they only play 2. And what we can do here is they attack with the cat word token, threatening the flip the Johnny. We'll block the cat, then command. Guided Souls is fine. Yes, so here's what we'll do. I'll block the cat, trigger the Johnny. The Johnny's triggered. This way in the... I think this is a line that I haven't really considered too often. But now if Johnny triggered, we can simply... now exile. This way they don't have a way to flip it in a different way. And pass. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's see. Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 12, 13, yeah. Fetch. For a forest. Return. Emrakul to hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That was one off. Oh, how's that one off? Confused. I guess that makes sense, but I'm just confused how I managed that one. You should block. You don't block. Weird. There's a Galvanic Discharge. I mean, what I can do here is cast Discharge, target Devourer, use 1, attack of Guided Souls, use up the remainder, block of Emrakul, pass. Yeah. So, solid win against energy. We'll bring in our normal. Cut 2 KGC and cut the Ghost Quarter. And run it back. All right. Well, let's see what our opponent has in store. I imagine Molten Rain. Other than that, I don't really think that energy does much else. I saw freaking Menguchi. I saw their sideboard for the most recent Spotlight. And they had 4 Molten Rains on the side. I about cried when I looked at that. Was not a fan. On the draw for game 2, we do keep this. So keep, I want to go like this, this. So I think we get rid of the Sprawl. Yeah, Sprawl's not doing anything here. And pass. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty explosive turn. Hell, we could even cast Command X1 if we want. Not sure we want to, though. Because we can go Lab, Imprint, Talisman, Rumble, Temple, and pass. So 3 types in yard. We'll hold up the ability to respond. We'll have 5, or I guess 4 types once we cast command. A Johnny? A Stony Silence. That's a bit annoying, not gonna lie. Thankfully I have the Cavern. But like, if they're playing Stony Silence, then that's whatever. Okay, we have all the temples. I will pass 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we just pass. Let's see if they want to Molten Rain me. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. I think we can play Emrakul next turn, can't we? Triggers. Yep. And end step. Let's scry draw. X equals 4. Bottom, 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 top, and draw. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Yep. 5, 6, 7, 11, 13. 'Tis an Emrakul time, and also clear the board. I guess the good question is, do I want to clear the board at that point? Oh, well, yeah, at this point, I think the answer is yes. Return Emrakul. Cast an Emrakul. Turn 3 Emrakul on the draw. Alrighty then. And I will trigger this. And our turn, comrade. There's Wear Tear, Static Prison. Destroy target enchantment. Oh, that's perfect. You have a Galvanic Discharge, kind of doing nothing. Draw. Guide of Souls. So, I mean, I can Static Prison my own Talisman, then Wear Tear their Stony Silence. Either that, or like, we definitely need to cast a Static Prison. There's no question about that. So, we'll go to main. I'll cast Static Prison. And hold up the ability to respond. ETB trigger. On the stack, target the Talisman. And then I guess we can just Wear Tear. Cast Wear. Oh, is it target? No, we want Tear, sorry. I want to cast Tear. We'll get rid of the Stony Silence. Alright. and then just pass? What else to do? You can give me back my or my talisman whenever you want. You have Null Drifter, we have Kozilek's Return. I mean, I'm not exactly in a bad position. They have a Galvanic Discharge, a Guide of Souls. The Galvanic Discharge can't touch Emrakul. The Guide of Souls, I guess, can continue to keep the Static Prison up for what it's worth. Arena of Glory, relevant. So now you can play Flage. Down to 15. Okay. Devourer of Destiny. Let's see. Even at most, you'd be able to hit me for 12. So 6, 7. Cast Drift. Go to combat. You'll have to sacrifice your Static Prison if you want to play the Flage. But even if you play the Flage, you can hit me for 6 and I'll block the Drift. You can hit the Drifter for 6, I still take 6. Opponent scoops it up and clean 2-0 win against Energy. Good stuff. We'll go on to round 3. Alright, and we're back for round 3 on the draw for game 1. I will keep this hand, reveal, and pass. Let's see what you got, opponent. Bloodstained Mire, fetch. Thoughtseize. Nethergoyf, okay. Draw. Malevolent Rumble is good. Null Drifter is also solid. Because we go 2, tuck, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? Yeah, let's go Null Drifter. Kind of want to actually imprint Drifter. Play Talisman and pass. That way we can exile something. We can always drift later. Burning Inquiry. Unfortunate. Thankfully it doesn't change too much. It actually helps me. Though the Bojuka Bog would have been nice to keep in deck, I will admit. And draw. Eldrazi Temple. Sowing Mycospawn. Let's see. Oh, I messed up that just slightly. Sorry about that, opponent. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to insulate this breaker by playing Ugin Lab. Ugin Lab, tuck breaker. And then pass. This way we can sweep board next turn. Yeah, sweep board, or we can just play Mycospawn and kick. Whichever one's relevant in the moment. Faithless Looting. There's the Detective's Phoenix. Doesn't look like they can bestow it yet. 3. I guess actually, no, 3, 4. They could. No, is it 6 or 5? It's 6. So they are off. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will block. And they don't play anything else. I wonder if I will Bajuka Bog next turn instead. Might be correct to do so. Lightning Bolt target me. Yep. And yeah, I think we just Bajuka Bog. Command. So I will kick a Myco Spawn. One more. Exile Blood Crypt. We'll play the temple 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Though we'll have 6. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could go with a commercial district to set up. I also could Eldrazi Temple and just exile the Netherglyph. I'm not sure that's necessary. We could also go Sanctum of Ugin. An option. I think I will go Temple. Bajuka Bog. Target you. No more Phoenix for you, and I think we'll just pass. And hold up the ability to respond on the off chance we want to cycle the command. I guess if they Thoughtseize or Inquisition me. Another Netherglyph, that's fine. Arid Mesa, fetch. Blood Crypt, shock. Goblin Lore. I mean, I'm gonna block then. They're 4/5s. Yep, I'll block. And draw. Return Worldbreaker to hand. Play Gemstone. And cast Breaker. This way we can block a flyer. Exile Theater. And clear. And pass. We'll be able to draw 2 next turn. We have Kozilek's Command. I mean, overall, I think this game is solid. This is Hollow 1. Win for game 1. This looks to be the Rakdos version, so expect a lot of hand hate. I think we just go Dismember Return. Cut 2 KGC and the Ghost Quarter. And run it back like that. Jailer's a thought. If they were running Vengevine, I think I'd consider Jailer more, but I don't think it's necessary. On the draw for game 2. Yeah, I'll keep this. And pass. Faithless Looting. Draw. Lab. Imprint. Cast. And pass. And pass. Nethergoyf. Land, shock, burning inquiry. Yes. Didn't really change too much. And put a return in yard for me. Nice. Draw. Shock. Sprawl on stomping. For blue. Myco spawn. And for Bajukabog. And pass. Goblin lore. Back to a 4/5. There's a Detective's Phoenix. If you have a land, I guess you could float the Goyf, hit me for 6. Actually, it would be for far less, because Goyf will shrink. Oh, that's rude. I mean, yeah, that'll happen. We'll be able to get rid of the Goyf unless he sees me. I'll block. That's another typing yard for Emrakul. Speak of the devil. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'd be short, so we'll not go Emrakul. Instead, Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. And I suppose we'll just add black now. And pass. Nethergoyf. Yep. Well, you detect his Phoenix on the Nethergoyf to haste it. Looks like you will. Again, it will shrink the Goyf in doing so. Because it cuts out... Yeah. Like, I'm okay with this. Attacks. And exile. And let's see, do we want to take the 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 17. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 15. Yeah, we can block. Go to blocks. I'll block 1. Devourer. 2. I guess we should go, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tis an Emrakul. Our turn, comrade. I don't think you have a way of dealing with Emrakul. He's not a meaningful way. Bolt, Hollow One. Well, I suppose we draw Blood Crypt. I mean, if I just go attack with Nethergoyf, yeah, attack with Nethergoyf. Block with Emrakul. Lightning Bolt, target you. Lightning Bolt, target Phoenix. No reason to play Crypt. And then pass? I guess I could have... Could I have exiled the yard? No, it's escape 3. Okay. And we have Devour to exile whatever they play. So even if they were to get a flying blocker, doesn't matter. Solid to a win. All right. We'll be back for round 4. All right, and we're back for round 4. On the draw for game 1, I will keep and pass. Second Foundry's looking like energy then. Drifter. Drifter might be relevant if we rumble over a return. Now I do need to hope that they don't hit this talisman with a... whatchamacallit? A static prison. That would suck. Herod Mesa fetch. Hollowed Fountain, so it is just Sky Energy. There's an Ajani. I will rumble. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna grab Devourer and then pass. So we can either draw 2 next turn or we can exile a Johnny. 5, 7, 8. Not thrilled by the prospect of Ocelot Pride, I'm not gonna lie. At the same time, I mean, it's not exactly a tall order for them. We block the Pride. Yeah, I think here's what we do. It's a bit risky. I'm gonna block the Pride and then pass. So this way they don't trigger. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a problem. I will... play Eldrazi Temple and pass. And of all things, I was not expecting that. Fable. Yeah, that's a problem. Of course, there's the return, but we can't do anything with it. I can exile a Johnny, block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we just cast no Imprint, cast Devourer. But I think this game is more or less over here. So if I exile a Johnny, and we have to exile a Johnny, that's unfortunately not an option. We can block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll be at 1. Shock. Ranger Captain of Eos, haste 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, you have lethal damage. No sense in belaboring the point. Yeah. Unfortunately, some bad hits with the Malevolent Rumble, not seeing a red source any earlier. A little bit rough. So, energy loss for game 1. We do need to play around Consign to Memory. Actually, I will cut the gemstone. And run it back. On the play for game 2. I will keep... I need a green source, ideally. A soul land would also be good in the way of a temple. Reveal, trigger, trigger. Jesus Christ. I mean, I know I said I'd like a soul land, but that's a bit much. Pass. And pass. I'm gonna hold up command. Draw. Temple. Hold up the ability to respond. So that tells me they have the Consign in hand. That's frustrating. We have no reason to play the command here as a permission spell, so we'll just pass. Draw. Impulse. I'll play the Impulse. So here comes a Consign. Hallowed Fountain, Shock, and Consigned Memory. Yep. And pass. Okay, the fact they fetched there tells me they don't have a second Consign. Good to know. The question is whether or not we want to scry draw here. Yeah, I'm gonna ramp scry draw. Put it on top. And draw. Rumble, of course. Boy. We haven't played our land for turn. I think we ramp scry draw. Try and find a green source. Here's a green source, so top, top, bottom, top, stomping ground, shock, sprawl, for blue, pass. I guess I should hold up the ability to respond on the off chance sacrificing the Eldrazi spawns correct. Arena of Glory. Passing. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll pass. I'll take the 2. Flage. March is fine. Bombardment is also fine. Draw. Four, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna get rid of the Arena of Glory. tempted to Bajuka Bog, but I think we set up for, I guess, 2, 6, 7, 8. We could just go forest here. I think a forest might be correct. Yeah. And rumble. I'll take the Bajuka Bog. Play the Bajuka Bog and target you. Okay. So far this seems alright. We can sweep board next turn. Even if they flip in a Johnny, that's fine. There's a Johnny. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll need to kill every single spawn. We'll see if they want to flip first. I'll sack. Reflexive trigger, targets, Mega Spawn is fine. Like I said, at this point in time, in order to avoid me just sweeping your board, you'd have to sacrifice every single thing on board here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. I'll take the 2. Because we can pick up the Devourer, trigger. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot unless they have a consign. Raven Char my yard. Well, that's annoying, but not the end of the world. So there is sacrifice your board or Johnny goes. Interesting. Return Devourer to hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 6, 9, yeah. 9. We could, no we can't. I was about to say we could go Myco Spawn. I guess we know we can. We could play Myco Spawn as a blocker and ramp. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. So yes, I will do that. Grab our last temple. And cast Devourer. Next turn we can sweep board. Johnny down and pass. Another Johnny. Sacrifice 1, target Devourer. Copy a Johnny, kill Devourer. Ain't that frustrating. I will lock a Goblin Shaman. And sack that. Yep. Draw. 2 K returns. I will play Rumble. KGC. I will play, or I'll grab the Drifter. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Same time KGC could, what could KGC do? Not enough. Yeah, so I think we grab Drift. I don't have a blue source, unfortunately, so I can't do both. I'll pass. Elegant Parlor. Of course. Just couldn't get any worse, could it? Thankfully they can't escape it yet. Keywords, of course. Ragavan. Copy. I could respond to this. They're likely to attack before they tick up a Johnny. Okay, return. They'll sacrifice all 4. We go down to 6. 5 cards in yard. That sweeps. No legal targets. Down to 5. And pass. And second and Johnny sucked. 4, 5, 6, 7. Triggers. Draw 2, then return. Another Null Drift. And a Sowing Mycospawn. Unfortunately, we've already used up Bajuka Bog. I think I need to hold up the Kozilek's return, as awkward as that is. The problem is if they find a fetch land, we just lose. Reflexive trigger. Well, it's 1 damage instead of 2. Down to 3. The problem now is that if a Johnny dies, if I attack with Drifter, they can play Flage. So I can't attack without first getting rid of Flage out of yard. Breaker. Okay, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Unfortunately, we don't have another temple, so I can't do both. I'm going to return Drifter to hand. I think this might be my only out, is to just draw out of it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Triggers. Draw 2. No. And no. I'll play the Verdant Cap, but we're definitely not fetching right now. Suppose I should Utopia Sprawl in this forest. For blue. Again, cannot attack under any circumstance is the problem. And we're at a theoretical 1 right now. Man, that sucks. Yep. Take 1 down to 2. Bombardment down to 1. So I can't fetch with this Verdant Catacombs, period. But what I can do, theoretically, is I can put a type into yard using the Ghost Quarter. Oh, Jesus Christ. Of all things to draw. District trigger. To yard. What's the benefit of that? Next turn's lethal, unless we can get rid of both bombardments. If we attack, they flage me to death. World Break can get rid of and bombardment. Mega Spawn can't do anything, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Even if I got rid of 2 lands, they still have the treasure tokens, though. So that's not enough either. With Bog still on board, that sucks. Because even if we were to sweep board with K return, they still hit me for 1, then a Johnny hits me for 1. So I have nothing. I very much have nothing I can do. I guess maybe it would have been right to... No, even if I would have gotten Breaker out, I still couldn't have killed a Johnny. They still would have been able to then flage me. Is there any way out of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. 10 minus 4 would be 6. Oh, it's not even 4 because we don't have a temple. It'd be 10 minus 5 would be 5. So 11 minus 5 would be 6. So you aren't able to use the Ghost Quarter. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't think there's any way to get me out of this. You got it. Unfortunate. Yeah, the second of Johnny really threw a wrench into things. And the Thraben Charm as well, getting rid of the return in yard. Yeah, just a litany of different issues, but it is what it is. That said, we'll be back for round 5. Alright, and we're back for round 5 on the draw for game 1. A lab would not really get me much of anything, so we're going to mulligan this. I will keep this, however, pitching a forest, revealing a devourer, and pass. Windswept Heath. Sacred Foundry, so it's going to be energy. Ragavan. Yikes. Sowing Mycospawn. Forest. Sprawl for red. And pass. And pass. So we have 2 plays next turn. We can either play Soin Mycospawn, or we can just hold up the return. We're likely to just hold up the return. Arena of Glory and Fable. Okay. I think we'll go Sowing Mycospawn here. Sowing Mycospawn. No kick. This way we present a blocker. And I will play an Eldrazi Temple. And pass. And pass. Next turn we can play Devourer if need be. Clear board if needed. Go to combat. Interesting. Trigger Goblin Shaman token. I mean, we're snap blocking the Ragavan. That's not even a question. Are they that desperate to get a treasure? If they were, they'd just attack with the Goblin Shaman though, right? Interesting. I mean, yeah, I'll snap block. I guess you could have a Goblin Bombardment. Oh. Could also have another Ragavan, I suppose. You also could be missing a land drop. Another Fable. Verdant Cat. I'm going to play Verdant Cat and then pass. So Fable will flip. If they try and haste out... Well, they shouldn't be able to haste out a Flage. There's a Flasian Yard. I'm kind of hoping that they do at least escape it. Well, what I'll do is this then. Clear board before you attack. No treasures for you. Paying cost for bombardment. Should have played that before, but I think they were thinking of casting Flage. I want ideally a Mycospawn. Commercial District trigger. Ghost Quarters is a no. And draw. Rumble. I will cast Rumble. Emrakul. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Will be one off. I still think we do go with Emrakul though. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. I will play a Temple. And I think at this point we will play Devourer. Trigger, trigger. I'll exile the Fable the Mirror Breaker. No. And no. Go to combat, attack for 3, and pass. Next turn we can cast Emrakul. 4, 10, 13. Yep. Marsh Flats. Marsh Flats fetch down to 13. I want them to tap this Arena of Glory. Guide of Souls is fine. a Johnny. Johnny is fine. So we can exert the Arena of Glory when we take control of their turn. They'll gain a life. That's okay. Flip a Johnny. Targeting Mycospawns. They're going to kill the Mycospawn. That is also okay. Yep. And Mycospawn down. And passes. Draw. I mean, they already know about Emrakul. So we will go 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, play Ugin's Lab. Eldrazi Temple. Wish it was Eldrazi Temple. No. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Do you want to sacrifice your stuff first? So, really funny thing, I was hoping for this. People do not realize that I get to choose. I guess they are realizing that I can get to choose. I mean, you block the Guide of Souls. Yeah, that's fine. We won't trigger. No reason to. I mean, I guess we will attack the Ajani regardless. Actually, is it worth attacking the Ajani? No, especially if they don't sack the Guide of Souls. Yeah, so I think I'll just pass. If they don't sack the Guide of Souls, we can kill a Johnny for free. Okay, they realize that they have to. Bombardment and Ocelot Pride. A Plains, you say? Well, I will be able to go to main, play a Plains. We can Arena of Glory, Escape a Flage, Bolt the Johnny, and sacrifice it pinging yourself. That seems good to me. So, Flage. I guess we should probably create a cat trigger. Resolve. Trigger in a stack, target self. Trigger attacks, target self. Oh, MTGO is just having a moment. Yeah, so the lag is kind of back. Oh, or maybe opponent's just conceding. So that is a win. Good stuff. Yeah, because we cat target self, sack cat target self, haste flage, ETB targeted Johnny, sack Johnny target self, and then pass, and then they can't do anything. All right, on to sideboard. We'll bring in our normal, dismember, and K return. Cut to KGC and the Ghost Quarter. Now let's see if there's been reports of the lag returning. I do see lag in game reporting back. Yeah, looks like the lag is back. This isn't bad. It's not great either. I will keep it though. It's a turn 2 KGC. Not the best play, Not horrible either, especially if they don't go too aggressive. Rather see a Guide of Souls here than a Ragavan. Breeding Pool, Shock. Utopia Sprawl for red. Pass. And pass. Shock. And Ragavan. Not dashed though, interestingly. Yeah, I was worried about that. So no KGC on 2. Draw. Windswept Teeth. Might be good to dig too deep here. So we're gonna go Ugin Lab, Imprint Emrakul, and evoke the Drifter. K return, or K command is good. I prefer to K return, but we'll take what we can get. Of course, with our luck, they're going to hit a K return off top of Ragavan. World Breaker, that is fine. Molten Rain would not be, however. Yeah, that's less fine. Draw. Alright, yeah. Windswept Teeth and pass. Go to combat. Attack for 3 down to 9. Hits Dismember. You want to dismember your own monkey? No? Unfortunate. Bombardment. End step. Fetch Windswept Teeth. Down to 8, a theoretical 6. Commercial District. Trigger. Swine Myco spawn top, yes. So we can ramp into that. Or ramp after. Play Sanctum of Ugin. Pass. Hold up K return. Let's see if they play anything main phase. I go to combat. We'll cast K return. And then pass. We'll sack 2 down to 6. Next turn we can Myco spawn for a blocker. Here's a Ragavan. So we definitely want a blocker. Draw. Orange Chant? Gotta be joking. Yes, that resolves. Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. I can't cast Utopia Sprawl, right? Thankfully, we can cast the K command and exile the Ragavan. The combat. K command. Rampant exile. Done. Go down to 5. 11 on a prayer. Second main. Flage targets. If you don't target my spawn, down to 2. Bombardment sack. In response. Need a land. That is not a land. For blue. Cast Myco spawn. We alternately could play KGC, but I think Myco spawn is better here just for the sake of blocking. Well, I guess holding the Myco Spawn will allow me to kick next turn. We have an Eldrazi Spawn as a blocker, so it might not be a bad idea, actually. KGC. Minus KGC. Yes. For Tormod Script. Cast Tormod Script. Pass. Bombardment is fine. Pass. Forest. So what I can do now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to kick a Myco Spawn, leaving up the forest. Exile the Sacred Foundry. Grab an Eldrazi Temple. Minus KGC. For Haywire Might. Cast Haywire Might. And pass. No reason to activate it now. Marsh Flats. And draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can cast Talisman of Impulse. 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, no, we don't want to tap that forest. Okay, return Sanctum Breaker. We could get rid of both bombardments. They can't play anything. The bombardments are kind of useless. So we'll get rid of the Sacred Foundry. I will fetch 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We could go Emrakul, but I think I'd rather go another Myco Spawn. No. Plus KGC. Go to combat. Passing. Another K return. Could go Myco Spawn. I'll just fetch with the Marsh Flats, however. We attack in for lethal next turn. Go to combat. Yeah, the K return as well as the Sowing Myco Spawn, so I'm not too worried in that regard. Play a Talisman of Impulse. And pass. Oh, I should have taken up Karn. Fetch. Elegant Parlor. Windswept Heath. Lethal damage is on board. Orange Chant? Yes. Utopia Sprawl. Tick up of KGC. And pass. Oof. The Flage actually would have killed me because they could have then sacked it with the Goblin Bombardment, so that was a close one. But we got there. Solid 2-0 win against Energy. Alright, with that said, we'll be back for round 6. Hey, what is up, guys? Don't know why I decided to do my intro there. Not gonna lie, just kind of went into it. But we're back for round 6. Don't question it. Alright, this is a good hand. We'll talk the Emrakul. We'll play the Talisman. Malevolent Rumble seems good here. In that case, I think I actually will tuck the Devourer and play Impulse and pass. This way we can play... Ooh, Bobble. Seems like... No. This might be colorless Eldrazi. Okay. Could also be Basking Brute Scale. Malevolent Rumble. Myco Spawn for next turn. Yes. And pass. Ideally, we draw into a land. They could K-Command X0 here. I think that's smart. We'll pass. I guess there's a world. Oh. This is Black Eldrazi. Interesting. Well, I will play Myco Spawn. Huh. Very interesting. Well, based on that, we could Bajuka Bog them, shrink the Goyf. I could Ghost Quarters them, but then it grows the Goyf. I could play Temple. Currently we're at 8 to 10. Huh. Temple might be correct. If we draw into a land, we can play Drift. Yeah. Alternatively, knowing that it is Eldrazi, Black Eldrazi, I mean they have Thought Knot. Might need to imprint Emrakul to avoid it being taken. The thing is, if we just let them... Yeah, I think we go Lab. We go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We could also imprint the Drifter. I'll imprint Emrakul. The thought is I could imprint Drifter. The benefit of that, of course, is the fact that we could always bring it back. Same thing of Emrakul, though. I mean, we're blocking the Nethergoyf. Maybe I don't. Maybe I hold the blocker. That way we can K-return sweep. That's a thought. Opponent's thinking about the Myco spawn. I'm not sure why. Alright. Another K return cycle? Really? That's interesting. That means they're a bit desperate. Fascinating. Yeah, if they attack, I don't think we block. Probably want to hold the K return so we can sweep. We can then block and sweep, ideally. There's another temple. Not a big fan of that. That's a thought not seer. That'll resolve. It'll probably hit drift. Now they definitely know about the K returns. If we find ourselves with blue source, we can actually sweep board. I mean, you should take the drifter, otherwise I dig deeper. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay. Yep, there goes drift. Another Nethergoyf. I will not block. Draw. Devourer. 2, 4, 6. Unfortunate. No attacks. We'll hold up blocks. And they have to know that... Another Thought Knot. I imagine you have to Devour here because you can't get rid of both K returns. If they attack with Thought Knot, we block Thought Knot and then K return. Ideally drawn to a land and a 7-mana value spell to sweep. Yep, like I said, I think you have to take the Devourer. I think if you're going to attack, you just have to attack the Nethergoyfs and not the Thought Knot as well. Saga. They're likely to name Lab. I think there's an argument to returning either Devourer or Emrakul in response. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we were to return anything, I think it should be Devourer. Yes. I'll return Devourer to hand in response. We need a temple in that case. Yep, that checks out. Come on, attack with all. No, you want to. Regardless, I am going to block. Perfect, yes, do it. Block. To damage. And K return. Trigger draw. Well, that's 6. So Null Drifter and Temple will do it. Draw. Okay. Unfortunately, that's lethal damage on board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's nothing I can do then. Yeah, you got it. Unfortunate timing. So this is... It's like another Eldrazi Midrange deck. Very similar to like Colorless in the way it's functioning. So consigned to memory, yes. Returns kind of mid. I'm not sure about Might though. Kind of tempted to bring in Dismember. And then just cut Gemstone and run it back. Yeah, we just need to hold on to that Null Drifter. So maybe it was right to tuck the Null Drifter. I thought about it, but we ended up with the Emrakul instead and it ended up biting us. I will keep. I will... I wonder if not revealing's right here. I'm not going to reveal, actually. Fetch, Windswept Teeth. Let's go with Breeding Pool Shock. Sprawl for red. Just for another color. Even if he did cut return. Target me. Urborg. Nethergoyf. Trigger. Draw. Emrakul. Play Rumble. Null Drifter or Lab. I'm gonna go Lab. Play Temple. So that's 10, 11. 13 next turn. That's a turn 3 Emrakul. As long as we don't get seized. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yes, that resolves. You should take the Emrakul. I guess you also take the Null Drifter from yard. Yeah. Well, drop it down to 5. I'll take the 2. Ugin Lab, Imprint, and Devour. Target, pass, and pass. Saga, so no Thought Knot. Damp Sphere is fine at this juncture. Attack with Devourer, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can X3. Saga trigger. Break the ice. Return to hand. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X3. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, yeah. No, I'll just tap it for colorless. Phase chain. Scry draw. Let's see. I'll go bottom, top, and top. And draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exile the Urza Saga. Attack. And Bone scoops it up. Alright. On to game 3. We'll bring back the Gemstone Cavern. And I think we can... no, but Jugabog can't really be cut, can it? They do play the Nethergoyf, so I think we cut an Emrakul instead. Yeah, that seems right. Alright, we'll send it. On the draw for game 3, this hand is not keepable. Mulligan. I will keep. There's a turn 2 Karn. We drop the Emrakul. Reveal Devourer and pass. Thoughtseize should hit Karn. Or Utopia Sprawl, but probably Karn. Really? Bold move caught him. Malevolent Rumble. Imprint, Devourer, and pass. Hold up the ability to respond. Saga trigger. That's fine. Casting Damp Sphere. That is okay. We'll keep Devourer tucked. Cast Malevolent Rumble. Grab Eldrazi Temple. And pass. And pass. Swamp. Bowmaster. Targets. In response. Pass. Talisman. Cast Talisman of Curiosity. And pass. We can X equals 0 the command if needed. They make a construct here. I'm feeling like we're in a good position. Yeah, that resolves. The only awkward part is if we were to draw... I guess you can name KGC. Not the end of the world. Yeah. Spell Bomb is fine. Yes, this all resolves. Push the next step. I want to land. Breeding Pool would be good. You could also go Ugin's Lab to insulate the breaker. I think we'll go Breeding Pool. Shock Breeding Pool. And pass. Two, three, four, five, six. Another Goyf resolves. Emperor Bones. There's nothing in my yard short of sowing mica spawns. That's fine. You can grab the KGC, that's okay. I'll block. And before damage, done. Devourer of Destiny. World Breaker. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exile Pithy Needle. KGC online. And pass. With KGC, we can always break through Dam Sphere. Bones. Grab Sowing Mycospawn? Yes. Adapt. But why? Does it try and push through damage? This seems desperate. Dismember. Huh. Well, that is a bit annoying, I will admit. Was not expecting the Dismember. To be fair, they top deck that too. So now what do? We can shrink the Goyf. We can play KGC, but then we can't do much after. Maybe we should have gotten rid of the Dampening Sphere. Bajukabog? Bajukabog target you. Bobble. Bobble's fine. You can grab World Breaker from my yard. Spell Bomb, they'll draw. Exile my yard. That's fine. One, two, three, four, 1, 2. I will not block. Bobble. Draw. Sprawl. Yeah, I made a mistake by not getting rid of Damn Sphere. To be fair, I just did not foresee them having that Dismember. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. An EE for 2 would clear a lot. Trying to think here. We play Sprawl, Karn costs 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You then wouldn't be able to play, and it would cost 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you wouldn't be able to play Tormod's Crypt if I do that. For KGC. Minus KGC. Might will cost 1 extra to cast. Only issue. We could go Tormod's Crypt and shrink the Goyf. Alternatively, I guess I could have just ticked up Karn on Talisman and called it a day. Maybe would have been the right move. Can't play Jailer. We'll get a blocker in with Might. And pass. And pass. Goyf is fine. Land and to attacks. No reason to exile anything. To attack KGC. Everything attacks KGC? That's the best case scenario to blocks. Block the Goyf and leave it at that. KGC down. Exile Dampening Sphere. Up to 7. 2, 4, 7. Devourer of Destiny. Exile Emperor Bones and pass. Nice thing about this Urborg being cast this Dismember without paying life. Well, now we can't. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would like another land off the top. Perfect timing. Our turn Devourer to hand. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cast Utopia Sprawl in the forest. For red. And 7. Exile the Goyf. Attack with both. Down to 5. Lethal's on board. I wonder if they needed colorless for whatever they have in hand. A K command would be an issue. They'd be able to X equals 4. Put up some blockers at least. And looks like that's what they have. Draw. Kick. 1, 5, 6. Get rid of your colorless source. And set up for next turn of Commercial District. Breaker on top. And go to combat. You have to block both. And pass. Returns Nethergoyf. Go to combat. Attack with all. World Breaker. Exile Deadlands. That's why they have no colorless sources. That should be lethal in the game. Emperor Bones. Can grab Haywire Might at the very least. That will gain them some life. I suppose if they adapt right away, yeah, go up to 4 at least. Adapt on end step, makes sense. Now they have a blocker. Go to combat, attack all in. Actually, does attacking all in make sense? They'll eat the Myco spawn, so probably not. We'll set back the Myco spawn. Alright. Go up to... No, you don't, because it's put into exile. Good to know. I will exile Swamp and Effort so you can't bring back Nethergoyf. I actually don't have anything there. We could Ghost Quarter, but that doesn't seem to be doing much. So I think we just play Sanctum. And then pass. I don't foresee a way for you to get out of this, though, is the thing. GG's. Okay, well, a mistake almost cost me there. We nearly lost because we didn't get rid of the dampening sphere, but it ended up working out. As I just was not expecting that dismember from them. I should have. Should have thought about that, but I think it comes down to me not having as much experience against this deck. Because I find that the way in which I perform well is by understanding the meta in whole, and this deck is very fringe. When I play against fringe decks, that's where I find myself struggling the most because I lack information, right? But that said, that should secure us a top 8 spot. We'll be back for the quarterfinals. All right, and we're back for the quarterfinals. On the draw for game 1, I will keep, I will reveal, I will pass. We're looking for a green source off Devourer. This is going to be control, which traditionally I'm favored in. However, Gemstone Cavern versus Talisman. Neither are great. I'll grab the Gemstone. Kind of hate this. Got so many good hits. And we're kind of going to brick here. Go Gemstone. Draw. Temple. Pass. Hallowed Fountain. Shock. And pass. Draw. Emrakul. Gemstone. Pass. Scouting Tarn, fetch. 4. Hallowed Fountain, shock. In response. That's a gutsy move there, opponent. Done. I need a green source, desperately. So we're free to play anything next turn, as long as we have enough mana. Preferably, we'd want a green source for the Myco spawn. So we need a land. Opponent's thinking hard here, I'm not sure why. It's not like they can counter this. Return is a no. To bottom, draw. Yikes. We are whiffing hard right now. Passing. Narset. Could really use a threat on board. There's 4, so we can't really go for Karn. Draw. You got to be joking me. What is happening right now? Like, we have so many good draws off the top, and we are just going to hard brick. I mean, I'll pass. If you Daze Undoing me, I'm gonna friggin' die inside. I will pitch the Utopia Sprawl. And pass. Shoot. Yeah, Daze Undoing will end me. Okay. I mean, they might not want to, but like, it will end me. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look at that! It's my forest! You know what? You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. That's so upsetting. That's such a slap in my face to just show me no lands in my top. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4/5, and then Days Undoing hits a forest. And at least we go forest in the Myco spawns. It's not like the end of the world, but still. 2, 3, 4, 5. We could go Temple for 6. Or for 7, rather. That might be correct. Gives me more options. As much as I would like to grab the Cavern of Souls. I'll pass. Or... So free and verdict. Okay. Draw. Bog. Bog, target you and pass. And pass. So we are back to 7. Another Narset. Narset minus. Counterspell. Less than ideal, but fine. Draw. Devourer. Devourer will get countered, but we will be able to exile the Narset. And pass. Fetch. Do you have main deck consign? No. Resolves. Eh. So they must have some... Eh. Solitude? What? I guess maybe they were waiting to cast Solitude. Yeah, I guess that's the only explanation. Not sure why. I guess in case there was like something more threatening. Or... I guess they do play a field, so we'll hold on the Catacombs. Kahira to hand, plays Kahira. And put a pause on end step. Fetch with the Verdant Cat. Commercial District. Trigger. Forest to Yard. Draw. Orange Chant. Orange Chant. Yes. Ugh. Yes. Pass. Take 7. Down to 14. Draw. Rumble will get countered. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Rumble will get countered. Or just hit with a force. So it's better for me just to cast this to get a counterspell out of hand. I will exile an archive. Why another Solitude? What? Did they overtap? Yeah, they overtapped. Unless... Down to 19. And pass. Yeah. You're making kind of a comeback, but now I'm not so sure. Down to 8, lethal on board. Orange Chant? So now we need... No, a command doesn't do anything, neither does a return. Not to mention we don't have that, so we'll concede. So this is control, which we traditionally have a good matchup against, but that was a absolute abysmal start. To sideboard. Okay, return's not bad. We have brought in Consign before and Dismember, I suppose. But maybe just keep the K return. Maybe just keep as is. I've seen some lists of Harbinger though, so maybe Dismember is correct. Maybe keep 1K return. I've also seen some lists with Haywire Might. So maybe just do this. We could cut the gemstone. I think we just keep. Yeah, we'll just do this. Maybe there's an argument for cutting to KGC. This matchup's just a little bit awkward. We don't really have much sideboard tech. On the play, I will keep. Reveal Devourer, trigger. I'll grab a Sowing Mycospawn or a Null Drifter. Because if we go Forest Sprawl, but if we lapse on the Sprawl, you know what? I'm keeping none of this. Oh, thank you. Because if we get this Sprawl forced, we're in trouble. Thankfully, no force, but could still get hit by a Prismatic Ending. Draw. Breeding Pool. I will play Sanctum and Evoke. Trigger. Draw 2. Seems like a consigned memory. Lorien Reveal. Okay. So no consign. Draw 2, trigger no. And pass. And pass. We can use the breeding pool, not the breeding pool, the command. Actually, no, we need a color source. Rumble. Alright, we'll go breeding pool, shock. Mycospawn. Do you have a consign? Looks like you do. Pass. Next we'll play Rumble. Pass. We desperately need color sources. Shock. Teferi. Teferi bounce Sprawl? Yes. Sprawl back onto Forest. For blue. Attempt to resolve Talisman. Resolves. Attempt to resolve Rumble. Resolves. I'll grab the Sowing Mycospawn. And could Bajuka Bog. Alternatively, we can just Stomping Grounds tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll Bajuka Bog. That way we can play Devourer if needed. Pass. Oh, you got to be joking me. Seriously. Yeah. So now we just need to have them basically mess up. Yep. As long as they don't mess up, they win. Mm-hmm. Blue. Island cycle. Okay. Fetch. Yeah. Surveil trigger. Another K command. Unfortunately, I can't play it underneath the fairy. I just haven't been expecting the Isochron Scepter lock in this matchup because they normally don't have it. Of course, the one time I don't bring in Haywire Might, not that it would matter. Big Tough? Yeah. So I'll still have the 2 required. Like I said, all I have to do is hope they mess it up. Untap 2. I'll play the Ugin Lab. I should not imprint the Devourer. Henge. There's Narset. Narset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I probably should have tucked the Devourer. So, like, on one hand I should have, on the other hand I shouldn't, because if they mess up, we only have one chance to bring it back. Because we need to get rid of this Tef. We just need to hope that they mess up. But I don't foresee someone who's got into the top 8 to do that. But we've seen stranger things. There's Isochron Scepter. You know, I have thought about it before. And if this becomes more of a thing, I'm half tempted to bring in a manland. Manland would not be a horrible idea. I guess maybe this is another argument for Boseiju. Like, Boseiju doesn't belong in this deck. There's no way to grab it, so we're just either trying to natural draw it, which, like, if we're in this position... yeah, like, we don't have any outs is the problem. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. You should have waited until I drew. For the record. But... yeah. Okay. At this point, we don't have any instant speed spells, so I'll just pass in full. Big Tef's about to ult, and at that point, we're pretty much dead. Oh. Yeah. I don't foresee us finding a way out here. Yeah, if the Isochron Scepter lock becomes more common, then I think we have to consider one of two things. Either Boseiju or a manland. Like I said, I just don't foresee them making any mistakes here. And they'll have plenty of time to kill me, too. Huh. A Solitude? Yeah, that's fine. See, that's the one thing about a man land that wouldn't really work out, is that they would obviously have Solitude or Path to Exile. I guess this isn't the Miracles list. Maybe that's why it runs the Scepter Lock, because we haven't seen Terminus at all. Not to say that it isn't here, I suppose. Also could have been in main and may have sided it out. Can find the memory. I mean, now they're dealing damage. Next turn they alt Tef. They demonstrated that they aren't going to mess up. So I think at this point we concede, because they now are applying damage to the board. Yeah, if they do it here, there's truly no way for me to win. No way for me to even come back, theoretically. There's a KGC. Yeah, we'll just concede. Very, very awkward. Just was not expecting the Scepter Lock. I've been playing against, I guess, too much Miracles to have expected the Isochron Scepter. So it wasn't even on my radar. Not that I think it would have mattered. We didn't really have any real way to play around it. They just had more going for them. Some things to think about, especially in a post-Breach world, if it does get banned on the BNR in, what, 15 days? So about 2 weeks. Is it really on the 31st? It has to be sooner than that, right? Because normally it's on a Tuesday, I feel like. So maybe it's on the 25th or the 1st. I guess I'd have to double check when the next BNR is. Regardless, will be interesting to see what control looks like, because traditionally I have a good control matchup. That game one was abysmal, though. We were just bricking hard. We should have seen a land at least, but we saw Jack all. Game two I felt like was decent, but they just had the right spells at the right time, and they were patient to ensure that we just didn't get anything on board, because clearly they were setting up for the Isochron Scepter Lock, and once they got there, it was a GG's. Things to consider, because I'm trying to think of what else can get around the Scepter Lock. I think the only thing that can really get around the Scepter Lock is Boseiju, isn't it? Because of the channel ability. And Consign can't hit that. It's unaffected by Teferi. So yeah, I guess Boseiju really is the only recourse there. Either that or obviously having a threat on board. But even then, if they have the ability to kick Chant, right? Because you may copy the exiled card, you may cast the copy. Does it allow you to kick? I think it does. Well, something to keep an eye out on. I don't think Boseiju's right for this deck, but there might be a world where a Boseiju is maybe a sideboard card, maybe a one of main. Things to consider, things to think about. But that said, that there will be the end of today's video. We still got top 8, so overall, pretty happy with the results. Obviously, it would have been nice if we had gotten into the quarterfinals and or won it all, but you can't win every time. And once again, still not bad considering we are, what, 5-2 at the end of 7, so pretty good. As always, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or just some general feedback. It is always appreciated, especially as I hope words just like were in my head and then weren't. Especially as I hope that you all learn from... No, that's not the words I'm looking for. Man, I know my own outro. I've done this 1,000 times, but yet it still sometimes does just tongue-tie me. Nonetheless, I hope that you all learned from me in both my successes and my failures, but I also hope to learn from you all as well. So, leaving comments is always appreciated. Last but not least, folks, if you haven't already and have reached this point of video, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers. With that being said, I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!